What's up guys, I'm back with another update on my Fusion World online digital version journey. I have hit Masters, which is the second highest rank you can get to, just below God rank. I know I just made a video where I just ranked up to Plat, but I have just gone and skipped to Masters like that. Honestly, really unexpectedly, I went on a mad win streak. So whatever, I thought I'd make another video quickly and show you the deck that I was using through that win streak, because I did change it up again. I know I went from the Blue Vegeta to the Daima Goku. Now I've gone to a Jiren deck. Now, not too dissimilar to the Goku Daima, the red Daima deck, but this is the one that I went for the run, the streak. I won like, I don't know, like I felt like 20 games in a row. I swear it was just like mad win streak. Now, as for why I chose Jiren as my new leader, as my new deck to go for, to be honest, I'm not really sure. I just felt like when I was playing the Daima Goku, there's some matchups that I really struggled with. Like I really struggled with like green androids, obviously. Like the Daima Goku, I just felt like it ran out of gas like way too quickly, and then like lacked that kind of like late game defensive pressure, I guess, like defensiveness. I don't know what to call it, but basically I just felt like I just got stumped. Like if I didn't win by like turn 4 or 5 or whatever, then I was just done. Jiren kind of gives the opportunity to come back later in the game, potentially. It's still really, really hard to win against green, but there are some other matchups that Jiren just wins automatically, like the yellow matchup against Boot. I hate that deck so much. I really do. I hate versing it. But however, Jiren just absolutely stomps it. It's literally unwinnable for the yellow deck, which is just, honestly, it might be like 90% of the reason why I went with the Jiren deck. It's a pretty standard, but it's a little bit of like a mix between like aggressiveness and late game sort of power, I guess. I don't know what to call it, but it's a little bit of a mix. Got the early game stuff, just the standard draw cards like your Piccolo there and your Master Roshi. Also added in the Daima Chi-Chi. I think I was running like 3 or 4, maybe more, a couple of those in the Daima Goku deck as well. So I really like this card. It's just a good card to have. Just another draw card if you need it, and it is a defensive card. It quite often also forces the opponent to do something to get rid of it. They don't really need to, but they do. Like sometimes they'll use a card just to get rid of it because it's a blocker and it blocks an attack, but whatever. Just the extra draw is good. But other than like the Whis and, you know, standard Whis cantrips sort of setup, got the Khalifa crit card, which is just really, really good as like early game pressure. It doesn't always pay off. So this is just like one of those early game cards that you can play if you want to, but there are some matchups where like you don't even really need to do this. You don't even really need to use it. But for the matchups that you do need it, then you really do need to get it early. Otherwise you're just pretty much stuffed. I've also got these Gohans just for the negging abilities. I really just like to control the board early. Hence the sort of like aggressive part of this deck is just this early game pressure, pressuring their life with the crit, and then pressuring their board with the Gohans and both the Gohans, the Fuas, the Whis, and just like taking away their cards. Obviously got the 1-cost Kefla, which if you can't see it, I'll just bring it up. I'll move my camera, whatever. I don't know where my camera is right now. Figure it out later. I've only got 3 Jirens. I know I think I was running 4 originally, and there was a game where I actually managed to get 4 Jirens out on the board at once, and that was so fun. That was awesome. They literally couldn't do any damage to me, which was awesome. The synergy between this 4-cost Jiren and the leader Jiren is obviously like really, really, really good, and everybody probably already knows about that by now, but if you don't, the leader Jiren, once it's awakened, you can only take 1 damage if you have like 1 damage per battle if you have 30,000 power or more. And what makes that good, other than like against double strikers, because you can never get double striked as long as you have 30,000 power, is that with the Jiren, which is 30,000 power, obviously, which enables the Jiren leader's ability, you can actually take 1 damage once per turn when your opponent is attacking. And if your Jiren, this 4-cost Jiren, is in rest mode, you get to add the top card of your deck to your life. So basically, you take a damage from your life, add it straight back, and that means you've taken your 1 damage for the battle, and you can just let the attack go through after that and it won't do anything. It'll just be negated because of that ability, because of the leader Jiren's ability, which is just insane synergy. But yeah, the rest of it's just pretty standard. Got your, I was about to say Fua again. It's Ramshi. This is Ramshi. I always get them confused just because I don't know, they're just kind of big boys. Anyway, I got 1 double strike Goku in here just as like, I don't know, it has actually come in clutch like a couple of times, and again, it's another negging ability, and it's just a good card. I don't want too many 0 costs though, because we've already got a fair few with our Jirens, and then 4 Goku secret rares. I managed to get another one. I managed to get 4. So now I'm playing 4 because 4 is just insane. Being able to play this card at 6 and then just keep them coming is just insane. I got a couple of these Zenos as well. It's not always playable. Most of the time when you're at 6 energy, you want to be playing the secret rare UI Goku. You will be surprised with how often this card actually does come up. Just being able to neg 25,000 across the board just from dropping it without having to attack or anything is sometimes better than the 20,000 neg you get from the Goku. So sometimes ends up working out a little bit better, but not always. And it's a 10,000 combo, so honestly, just I like playing it. I've only got 3 Tournament of Power arenas. I think, to be honest, can't always play it turn 2 anyway. Sometimes you want to be playing that crit Khalifa, like I said, so you don't need 4 of them, and it does clog up your deck a little bit. Like if you do end up getting this early and you do drop one early and you got 3 more in your deck still, it does clog up your deck. Just a 0 combo card that you can't really do anything with. It just becomes like energy fodder, if you, that's what you can call it. I don't know, but yeah, basically I just found that 3 was a good balance. And yeah, that's the deck. So we'll jump into one of the games in my series to promote to Masters. I don't know if we're going to go into the second one just because, to be honest, I think it was against a baby Vegeta deck, and the guy made a really, really bad mistake, and he basically just surrendered, and I got the win. So I don't know if we'll go into that. We'll see. It's like it did play out for a little bit. It wasn't just like he didn't surrender in like turn 1, but it wasn't like, it didn't really feel like I did much in that one. So, but the first one was good. So we'll get into it. All right, so jumping into the first game of my series, and look at that. It is against a yellow Boo deck, which is pretty much the reason why I started playing Jiren, was to beat these kind of decks. So honestly, when I saw this as the first matchup, I was like, yeah. That's because, look, to be honest, if they don't get like really, I don't even know if they can win, to be honest. I don't even know if they get lucky, they can win. I think the only way they get lucky necessarily is if you don't get any Jirens. I think that's probably the only way that they can actually win this matchup, is if you don't get any Jirens. Even then, it's still pretty difficult. Just because like they obviously, like the whole point of the yellow Boo deck is to just like get your like 5-drop double striker, drop your 3-drop Barbary into another 3-drop Boo card or whatever you decide to put, and then just like attack like 10 million times. It's very similar to the baby Vegeta deck in that sense, where they just want to spam attack. And because of Jiren, the awakened Jiren ability kind of makes it difficult for them to like just get so many attacks off, especially when you've got a Jiren. So the only way they can really win is if they have a Jiren. Sorry, if you don't get Jiren. If you don't get one, then basically that's the only chance they've got. Now in this matchup, I like to play it relatively slow, I guess. Hence why I'm playing Tournament of Power Arena to get that one out there. It's good card to have just to block some of the attacks, because you want to block as many attacks as you can early against this deck, because you know you're going to be getting a lot of attacks later on that are all going to be like 25k, 30k, 35k attacks that are going to be harder to block. So use the Tournament of Power Arena just to block some of the attacks while you can, because just block the leader attacks, really easy. Just activate the Tournament of Power Arena ability and bang. That's yeah, that's pretty much all you want to do in this matchup, is just stall out a little bit until you can start putting your Jirens down, and then you kind of can safely sort of awaken. As long as you've got 1 or 2 Jirens in your hand, or you're able to play them, then you're relatively safe. They don't really have a good way of getting rid of Jiren at all. At this point, I'm just trying to control the board, trying to keep as many of their cards off the board as possible, because if we leave these cards out and then they start dropping their like cards where you can drop 1 card and then that lets you drop another card, then they've got like a board of like 5 or 6 cards, and then there's nothing you can do. So you want to try and control the board early, and you also do not want to swing at their life. You do not want to awaken the Boo early, just because it enables so much for them and their deck. Lets them attack multiple times with their leader if they want, or it lets them restand an energy. So that is also not good. We do not want that. Basically just stall them out, don't attack their leader, block their attacks when you can, wait until you can get Jiren. That's pretty much it. They do have like a card, I think, that they can KO like a 4-cost, what is it, the freaking Vegeta, it's like a Vegeta card. Can't think of what it is right now. It's like I don't even know if this guy even plays it. I think it's just like, it's like a Final Flash type attack. It's not called Final Flash, but something like that. Basically, it lets you destroy like 2 4-costs or something like that that are in rest mode, but you get to put them in rest mode, so it's like even if they're not in rest mode, it can still do it. But the only time I've ever versed a Boo that's been able to get rid of my Jirens is with that card, and they had to play it twice, and I think it is 3-cost. So they had to have 6 energy, and they used all 6 energy in one turn to get, they KO'd the Jiren and KO'd them again, and that was the only way they were able to get rid of it. I still won that game, so at the end of the day, it didn't really matter, because if they're doing that, they're not putting anything on the board, and they're not pressuring you, and they're not pressuring your leader, not pressuring your life, which if they're not doing that, then that's literally the whole point of their deck. So at this point, I think what I'm doing is I'm trying to stay low hand size as much as possible, because obviously they have that Boo card that makes you discard 2 cards, which is just, it's so broken. You have to have 6 cards or more. So it's a combo with one of the margin Boos and the Barbity, where they both make you discard a card if you have 6 or more cards in your hand. So I try to stay as low hand size as possible against this deck whenever possible, whenever I actually remember. Sometimes I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll take attacks, I'll take life, I'll play a bunch of like cantrips and draw cards, and you know, I'll have a bunch of cards in my hand, then I'll be safe, and then they drop it, I'm like, ah, crap, I gotta discard 2 cards. Sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes it's not the end of the world, but still, if I can stay at low hand size, it's not too bad. And now they're able to awaken. I probably shouldn't have attacked them in that last turn. I attacked them because I wanted to get a draw, because I hadn't attacked him in such a long time and I hadn't drawn any cards, but I wanted to try and get 1 draw in there, but probably wasn't the smartest idea, because he was able to play the Bulma and another Boo, or not a Boo, he was able to play this bloody Freezer. And both of them let him take a life, and now he's awakened. So now it's starting to get a little bit scary, especially now that he's at 5 energy, because he can drop that 5 drop double strike Kid Boo, and then it gets really scary. But saying that, I'm at 6 life still, so we can take some attacks, we can take some swings, and hopefully we find some Jirens, because right now we don't have any Jirens. We got 2 of our secret rare UI Gokus, which, don't get me wrong, still really good to have that. It still blocks an attack, and it still wipes the board where you can, but you really need the Jirens. Again, I'm playing the Gohans, I'm playing the Ramshi, make sure I get his name right this time, to control the board. Get rid of it as much of his board as possible, because I know once he gets that double strike Kid Boo, which is actually charge 1 here, which is actually good. You've got to keep an eye on that. You've got to keep an eye, because most of these decks will play 4 of them, but sometimes I see them charge 1 or 2 of them, and there it is. There is the double strike Kid Boo. This will let him play the Barbity, 3 drop 1, 3-cost Barbity, and then he'll play another 3-cost, which, see, look, if I hadn't cleared his board, he would have like 5 or 6 cards out right now. He would be able to attack 5 or 6 times for 30k, 35, then use his leader ability to attack him and his leader, and it's just, look, at this point, he's trying to clear my board, which is honestly, like, I am mad about that. I don't really need these cards anymore. They've kind of done their job. Now that I'm at 6 energy, I can start just dropping my UI Gokus. Even though I don't have the Jiren, which optimally you would want to have a Jiren or 2 out by now. You don't necessarily need it, especially because I'm not awakened. There's 2 of the Khalifas that are just pretty much useless now. And there it is. There's one of my Jirens now. I don't think I play it straight away, just because it doesn't really do much for me right now. Even though I will be able to awaken this turn, I need to clear the board first. I need to get rid of this double striker. I need to get rid of some of these cards. And because to be honest, if I don't get rid of these, he can just play another one next turn, and then you'll have another 2 attackers on the board, 2 double strikers. We don't want that. We do not want that. And we swing at the Jiren. Make sure you swing first, then awaken, so you can get the draw. 25k leader as well, which is another reason why I like Jiren. Really good. I think 25k is just a really good number. A lot of the time, like later on in the game, your 20k leaders, even when they're awakened, they don't really, like, there's nothing much that they can really attack other than the other leader, as long as they're 20k as well, which in this case you can see that I'm not 20k, and that's a bit of a blunder from me. I think I was a little bit on autopilot there, where I was kind of like, I'd been using the Tournament of Power to actually just block his leader swings at my leader, like, every time he did it. So I was just like automatically like, oh, he swung at me, I'll activate that. But I didn't actually need to, because that was one of those cases where he's a 20k leader and I'm a 25k leader, and I didn't need to do that. So there's that 3 drop. Majin Buu Evil that makes me discard 2 cards. Well, that makes me discard 1, but the Barbary that he KO'd lets you discard another one. But it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. So we're going to defend this one because we've still got the secret rare UI Goku's ability, which blocks 1 attack. So even if he wants to attack with his double striker, he can't. But then he also had enough energy to play another 3-drop Majin Buu, which this one can attack twice. Now, I'm not 100% sure what my plan is here, but I think I might let this one come through and wait for his double striker and then just super combo it, hoping that he doesn't add any combo power to it. To be honest, he probably could add a 10k, make it so I had to use 2 cards, but I was just banking on the fact that he didn't. He probably, like looking back on this now, he probably should have. He probably should have. Tournament Power Arena, there it is, useless at this point in the game, so may as well charge it, even though we don't really need to charge anymore, but may as well charge it because we're not going to be playing it. Use my UI Goku, neg 20k off the board. Got to get rid of these cards, to be honest. Now that, you need to keep in mind, right? They charged 1 of the double strike Kid Boos. One of it, it's in his energy. See it right here. We just killed another one. That's 2. We've killed 2 now. KO 2. He's only got 1 left. We just have to weather the storm for 1 more. Now we dropped the Jiren, because there's no point in playing another Goku right now. I don't need to neg anything. I wiped his board, so we'll just save that for the next turn. Just swings at my Jiren just because there's nothing else to swing for. I mean, he's probably just throwing my leader again in the hope that I made the same mistake with the Tournament Power Arena. And now he brings out the Son Goku, and I hate this card. This is such a good card. Lets him pick 2 cards, 2 of my cards, and make it so they can't go into active mode, or I can't switch them to active mode next turn, which is just, I won't be able to attack with them. But honestly, it's not the absolute end of the world against Jiren. I mean, in an ideal world, I'd like to be attacking with my UI Goku, but it is what it is. But the Jiren can still use its ability while it's in rest mode. In fact, it's supposed to use its ability while it's in rest mode. That is, it has to. If it doesn't, then you actually don't get to add a card from top of your deck to your life. So you'll just take a life and then that's it. So it needs to be in rest mode. So not the absolute end of the world. I've still got that, which is fine. Gets to swing again. Not sure why he did that. Maybe he was thinking about adding some combo power, but he decides against it. Still have my Tournament Power Arena active anyway, but this is why I saved the UI Goku. Now I can block an attack. I can still kill his board. Well, no. Not right now. Not right now. We're swinging at life. Bring him down to 1. I think he's taking that one because obviously, like, you'd have to invest a fair few cards, at least 2, just to block it. Get rid of that Son Goku so we can't put any of my cards to rest, into rest mode next turn. Use the energy marker just to draw another card because why not? I think we're getting down to the last turn here. He's gone down to 1 life. I have enough cards on the board where it's like, if he doesn't like try to end this turn, if he doesn't try to win, then he's pretty much donezo, I would say. So that's probably why he took that. But, yeah, he's adding that just for a little bit of pressure, but I got a couple of cantrips, still got my Tournament Power Arena, but now he's got 1 more double striker, which he doesn't play. He doesn't have it. Which is good for us. That's really good for us, in fact. Can use a cantrip, Tournament Power Arena to block this. We've still got the UI Goku block here. Now, I want to keep in mind that we do not want to use the Jiren's ability until the UI Goku ability has been used. Otherwise, I think when you use, I haven't done it yet, but I just know that like it'll probably mess it up. If I use the Jiren's ability to take a life, it'll probably counter the Goku's ability and it'll probably negate that. I'm actually not sure. I haven't done it. And he just forfeits there. He knows he can't win. He doesn't have another double striker. Even if he did, I don't think he can win. That is the matchup, guys. That it's honestly free. Only reason I started playing Jiren was mainly because of this deck, because I felt like 90% of the games I was playing, maybe not that much, it's a bit dramatic, but like I felt like at least over half the games I was playing against this deck, and I was just like, I couldn't win with Daimogoku, I couldn't win with a couple other decks, but this, I was like, Jiren's a free win, so I'll just start playing Jiren's, and honestly, I've been beating it every single time. Like, I don't think I've lost to it since I've started playing Jiren. So that makes me feel really, really good. We'll jump into the next game just because, like, I don't know how long this video's go for, but we'll just jump into the next one. It's not really worth it, but we'll do it anyway. So this is the baby Vegeta matchup that I told you about, where he kind of makes a bit of a mistake. It is what it is. Can't really control what your opponent does. I can't remember. I don't know if it would have made much of a difference in this matchup. I'm not 100% sure. But this is a hard one. This is harder than the yellow Boo, even though I know that they're kind of similar in the sense that they like to just like swing a lot of times and just pressure your life and attack. It's similar in that sense, but this deck is... The Baby Vegeta matchup is a lot harder. It really, really is. Mainly because they actually do have a reliable way to get rid of your Jiren, which is that stupid Goten card, which I think it's Goten, isn't it? I don't know. Where is it? Is this one? No, it's not that one. I don't know if he doesn't have it. Hasn't played it yet. He hasn't put it in life or anything. But I'm 2 timesing this. I'm just going to speed through this just because this matchup is a little bit like the actual like matchup itself is difficult for me, but he messed up a fair bit at the end. Like, he really blundered. Actually, now I remember what he does now. Oh, okay. It's really bad. It is really, really bad. And now I understand why he surrendered. But the point I was trying to make before is that he has a card that basically bounces the Jiren back to my hand. I think it's a Goten, and yeah, it's really, really, really good. It is really, really good. Something that the yellow Vegeta deck just doesn't have a reliable way to get rid of the Jiren. And he's in a really good spot right now. He is in a really, really good spot right now. At this point, I'm like kind of sweating. He's got 2 4-cost secret rare Gokus, Super Saiyan 4s. I don't really know how to deal with them, to be honest. Like, at this point, like, when he can play that on he's turn 3, technically. If he's got an energy marker, he can play a 4-cost card, and then he gets to put down another energy marker using that secret rare. So at this point, I'm just like trying to get rid of at least one of them because it's such a good card. It basically lets him get an energy marker every single turn, and he gets to draw a card every time he uses an energy marker in that turn. So at this point, I'm like, oh man, I really, really need to get rid of one of them, and he doesn't even let me get rid of one. So he kind of messes up there. He didn't need to use a 5k, he could have just used a 10k and would have been enough. But he used a 5k first, then a 10k. That's alright. We all make mistakes. At this point, I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit worried. I'm not going to awaken the baby Vegeta anyway. But I don't think I really had a chance because I was trying to get rid of all all of these battle cards and the board. He plays this Great 8 Baby. This Great 8 Baby's a really good card. And the Trunks as well, which is also a really, really good card. I feel like I kind of luck out a little bit here because he is actually trying to get rid of my board, which, to be honest, works in my favor a little bit because it lets me stall out a little bit more. I'm happy to let them go because I can't block all those attacks. I can't block. Maybe I could block that Trunks one, but then I can't block the Great 8 Baby. And I can't block the Secret Rare Goku. At this point, I'm just like trying to get to 6 life in a somewhat safe position so I can start just playing my Secret Rare Gokus. Like you can see, I got 3 of them. I got 3, so that's pretty cool. Khalifa, not really useful here. I got 3. So here at this point, I'm like, all right, I just gotta pray to the Shenron, Lord, God, whatever, and just keep dropping these Secret Rare Gokus, trying to wipe the board as much as possible. And hope it can survive. That's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm not going to attack his leader anyway, so may as well just try and clear the board. We don't want to awaken baby. That is the #1 thing you don't want to do. Don't want to awaken baby. Not that it really matters much in the deck that he's playing because he's not playing that Machine Mutant Rildo package, whatever you call it. He's just playing that like mid-rangey kind of Secret Rare Gokus. And the 3-drop Son Goku as well. So he's not, he's playing the mid-range one. It's not really, doesn't really matter that much if he's awakened or not. It matters a little bit, but not heaps. And there's the Double Striker Bardock, which is really, 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 really good as well. He's got a lot of good cards, honestly, in that deck. That deck is just, it's stupidly OP. Oh, and there's another Trunks. That is such a broken card. And I think think this is where he makes the mistake. I think. No, not this turn. It's not this turn. It's not this turn. But as you can see, he gets to KO one of my cards. Doesn't matter what card, as long as he's got 2 cards in his combo area. I take this hit because, like, why not? May as well just take double. And normally you would like to not awaken on your opponent's turn so you can get that extra swing in with Jiren and get the extra draw. But I think at this point, I don't really have a choice. I kind of have to awaken. Get myself 25k power so I don't have to use too many cards to block his attacks. And just use that 1 super combo there, which is fine. But yeah, this Bardock is quite good because it gets to destroy him, the UI Goku pretty much for free. Like, obviously he's got to combo 2 cards, but I mean, realistic, he's probably going to be doing that. Anyway, we drop another one, drop another UI Goku. Got to try and clear the board. Got to try and get rid of his Bardock so he has to play another one. If he wants to get another one out there, he's got to play another one now. Try and clear his board just a little bit. Using the Tournament Power Arena here as well, offensively, to get up to 30k. Just so he can't get out of this attack with just 1 super combo. Because I don't think at this point he's even used any. How do we even check? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think he's used one yet. Just take my word for it. Take my word for it. 30k swing again from... oh, he adds 10k to that. Which, honestly, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. It does if I don't have a super combo, but I have a super combo so I can get out of that. But he probably wanted to get the 45k swing there just to get 2 cards out of me. And now this, I think, is where he blunders. And he forgets, he really does forget that I have the UI Goku ability here, which blocks an attack. It blocks all the damage from the attack. It doesn't just block one of the damages, so Double Striker doesn't work against it. Even if it did, he would only be able to take 1 life here, but he dumps all these cards. Oh, I felt so bad for him when he did this. I really did, but I didn't care. I did not care because this is my rank up series. This is my rank up game. I wanted to get to Masters, so I was like, nah, stop this guy. And yeah, he surrendered this because he realized he made a mistake. And that's how I got to Masters, guys. That's it. Obviously pure skill. I'm just that good. I mind controlled my opponent and made him do something ridiculously stupid. But honestly, I was due some good luck, to be honest. I was due some good luck. I had some bad games before this like 20 game win streak that I went on. 20 is a little bit of an exaggeration, but you get the point. I went on a win streak, but before that, I was a bit unlucky. So you know what? You take those when you can. I'm in Masters now. I hope you guys are proud of me. I'm proud of me. I feel like I'm starting to improve and starting to get better. I don't think Jiren is going to be that great in the new set coming out because they just released like a new Freezer card for the yellow deck, which basically counters the Jiren, which is just... So now the yellow deck has a really good counter, and that's honestly Jiren's best matchup, like by far. And a lot of the other matchups are kind of like, you got to play them well, it's 50-50-ish, and then the rest of them you just auto lose. So like you pretty much auto lose to blue and green. Not every single time, but it's pretty much guaranteed. So now if you can't even beat yellow, which is one of the most popular decks at the moment, then I don't know if Jiren's going to be that great. I know blue is going to be making a resurgence because there's a really good Vegito leader, I think, that's blue and looks really, really broken. So in the future, you'll probably see me playing that deck or playing some other decks. But for now, I'm sticking with Jiren while it's good, while I'm good with it and it fits my playstyle and I really enjoy it. So look out for the next video when I hit God rank because that's my next goal. I'm going to get there, I promise. And I will see you there. Peace out.